Hey guys, thought I would do a quick update. It is currently day 20, so tomorrow will be 3 weeks, y'all, and it has honestly went by quite easy overall. We've had a few hiccups as I posted in my last video, but all is good now and learned lessons and not making those mistakes again, at least not anytime soon. So, feeling good. Tonight we had some delicious steaks and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Energy has been pretty good the last couple days, and trying to think if there's been anything really eventful. Honestly, not. We've been quite busy. We are really starting to gear up and ramp up for market season, which I'm an event coordinator along with soon to be running my own store. And yeah, so there's lots of moving parts that are all starting to really take off, and I'm trying to keep up. But honestly, it's blowing my mind how different this is. I have always had the issue with dieting and concentration. When I'm hungry, I can't concentrate. When, I've got the headaches and stuff like that, like I can't concentrate when I'm going through like the sugar withdrawals, I can't concentrate. And my work suffers because of it. But with this, I felt good. Some people will talk about having like the brain fog lift. I don't know if I'd go that far because I definitely have had my fair share of instances just over the last couple of days that I couldn't think of a word, or I couldn't think of a phrase that I was trying to say, or, something like that. I hadn't really been thinking on my toes, but I have been in a productive state of mind. So that's a huge plus. I have not been hungry. Really no cravings. I have gotten to where the Topo Chicos have been hitting the spot, and I've kind of cut back a little bit on the milk. I wouldn't say like I've nowhere near like cut it out, but I've cut back a little bit on it, and trying to do the heavy cream instead of milk. But I still am having milk, but one step at a time. But yeah, I can't believe that we are already 3 weeks in, and getting ever closer to completing my initial goal, and I definitely foresee going past that and continuing on with this little experiment. I will be doing an update tomorrow. Tell you what, since this was really, really short, because it's currently Saturday night, and I do my weigh-in and my measurements and all that good stuff on Sundays, even though I'm not sharing the measurements yet. I tell you what, I'm just going to include it in this video. So we're going to go ahead and cut it here. I'm going to get back to work because I'm actually working on my laptop while my husband's watching a couple football games. And I'll pop back in here tomorrow whenever I get my weight for the week. I got a feeling it's not going to be anything spectacular because obviously we had some issues this week, but honestly, I don't care. As long as I'm not like starting to feel bad again and starting to feel like there might be something wrong, not sweating the weight at all. Not one bit. It'll be a perk, but I'm feeling good. Like I'm actually starting to feel the difference, and that is exciting. That's really exciting. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm gonna get back to work, and I will pop in tomorrow, which will be like a split second because of movie magic for you guys. But yeah. All right, well, happy Sunday. I told you guys that I was going to check back in, and so that is what I am doing. So we went off to church this morning. We had a nice service. I was a little bit hungry right at the end. So after church service, we went by the grocery store, picked up a couple of rotisserie chickens and a pack of bacon, and came home and had us a nice lunch. It was delicious and highly recommend because it was so easy. I love being able to just get a rotisserie chicken. As much as I enjoy cooking, sometimes, especially after church, you're like, I just want to eat. And we have still yet to go to a restaurant all month. My father in law has, but my husband, myself, and my daughter have not. We have not been to a restaurant at all month, which is, we really don't eat out a lot, but we would go usually on a Sunday and get lunch. That was kind of our routine. Is Sundays after church, we would go to a restaurant, and occasionally we would go out on a Friday night here and there, maybe once a month. Um, so I mean, it's not a huge adjustment to be cooking at home all the time because we already did. Um, but yeah, so we we had lunch. It was really, really nice. Since then, it's just been kind of one of those days where everybody's just doing their own separate thing. I've been watching a little bit of Gold Rush. I've been working on the computer, getting some stuff done because I do have like my market stuff and events and everything coming up that I've got to have um, certain material ready to go tomorrow. So I've been kind of working on that, but it's just been one of those slow, take it easy kind of days. And I think tonight we're going to make some pizza balls, which has been one of our come up with recipes. We basically just take the pizza toppings and put it into a little individual bowls and bake it in the oven until it becomes all nice and bubbly, and it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of sort of like lasagna without the noodles. It's delicious, and so that's what we're probably doing tonight. We did those earlier this week, and I decided that day I didn't want the pizza bowl. I wanted to actually make pizza, so I made a carnivore crust, and it was eggs and sour cream and cheese, and you just kind of mixed it up into a sort of batter, pour it on some parchment paper and bake it, and then put all your toppings on it and bake it again. And it was delicious. It made quite a large pizza, and I ate it all. It was delicious. Um, and it honestly, like, it was not, I don't know how to say, it was not crunchy enough, but it was close enough to actual crust to where I did not feel like I was missing out. I've tried like the cauliflower crust and all that before in the past and just wasn't a huge fan. It was kind of like, I'll eat this because I know I'm, dieting, but I'm not a fan. And so I'm kind of glad that I have the carnivore diet as an excuse to get out of trying to eat anything. It's cauliflower because, I mean, it's passable, but I mean, let's be honest, it's not the greatest thing in the world. Never has been. Um, but yeah, this particular recipe was easy. I've seen a bunch of recipes where you're crushing up pork rinds and or you're grinding up chicken or something like that. This was by far the easiest that I'd seen. It was just the eggs, the cheese, and sour cream, and it was delicious. It didn't taste like eggs. It was easy to make. Mine did stick to my parchment paper a little bit because I made the mistake of making it and then not immediately putting it into the oven because we were in the process of baking everybody else's pizza bowls. So my crust just kind of set over to the side until those bowls came out, and then my crust went in. So that was on me. The moisture just kind of absorbed into the paper a little too much. So I know in the future not to make that mistake again. But I think tonight, I don't know, I may change my mind. But as of right now, I think I'm just going to do the bowl for the sake of simplicity. Yeah. Oh, I just thought of something. So today, like I said, is Sunday. we had church, but it made me think about the fact that my husband and I went to church last week. Or was it the week before? It may have been the week before. Um, and we kind of got ourselves in a little bit of a pickle because it was communion. And if anybody knows what communion is, it's when you have the little like wafer cracker and then the little thing of juice, and it's supposed to be like the body of Christ, the blood of Christ, and yeah, so you go through this whole like little ceremony and everything, and then everybody together eats the cracker and then drinks the juice. And so as they're going around to hand out everybody's cracker and juice, my husband and I both looked at each other like, what are we supposed to do? Like, we're not supposed to have this cracker or this juice. Like, I was trying to go completely no sugar, just other than like what little bits in like milk, but no like sugary drinks, definitely no crackers or anything like that. And I was looking at him and I was like, what? What are you supposed to do? Like, I didn't foresee that being an issue, but we had a good laugh, and we went right on about with partaking in communion, and like I said, we got a little chuckle out of it and went on about our day. But it was just funny because like we were trying so hard, and for it to be the first situation that we came up to where we were like, what are you supposed to do? Like, um but yeah, so that was pretty funny. I meant to tell you guys that and I forgot. But yeah, so we are officially day 21. We are 3 weeks in, feeling good. Um, I don't know what else to update on. Um, because I mean, I felt the same for the last 2 or 3 days, but that's good. I felt more energy. Um, I seem to be in a better mood. Weight wise, did weigh this week's weight or weigh in wasn't the greatest. But considering how the whole week went, as far as it being Shark Week and all that, I care less. I still lost weight, so I'm only a pound down. So I'm officially 6 pounds down for the month. Um, 6 pounds, 3 weeks. It's not the most spectacular weight loss in the world, but um like I'm noticing other differences. I'm feeling good. So like the weight loss is just kind of like a byproduct is how I'm approaching this. Is like I want to feel better. I want to see improvements in other aspects, and I am. Pain's going away in my back. I feel like I'm a little more flexible. So I guess that's maybe, the inflammation going away in my back. So my back hasn't been hurting as bad. It seems like it's been a little easier to stretch and to be able to kind of crack those joints and self adjust. I've been feeling overall really, really well. So, but yeah, it's hard to believe that, which I know that we won't officially be done next Sunday because that will only be day 28. We're doing all of January, so that will be day 31. But at this point, I feel like we're going to continue this on until February. My daughter's birthday party, we're going to be doing on the 10th of February. Her birthday is Valentine's Day. But we're going to be doing her birthday on the 10th, and I think that's going to be the first time that we might, just celebrate and enjoy and then get right back on it. And I have absolutely no problem with that, and I will have absolutely no guilt in that if that's what we decide to do. It's just always been one of these situations where we've snuck in cheats consistently, whether it be a cheat day or an occasional snack here and there, like this little bit won't hurt. And I haven't done any of that. I have not the first soft drink, not the first juice. Um, no kind of sugary snack. I haven't touched any of it. I've avoided the Mios, like the little flavored water drink. I've avoided all of it. Just for the sake of being able to see what a full month of trying my hardest uh, will result in. Um, any other I can't think of anything else. So I guess that's gonna be it for today. I'll update again in a couple of days. We do have a little bit of a challenge next weekend. My daughter has a competition, and we are going to be gone. I've gone to that competition for roughly about 12 hours. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. They said they have concessions, but I can only imagine concessions is going to not be ideal for us. So I guess we're going to try to pack food for ourselves or pack snacks for ourselves so that, we're covered. But I have no idea like how far parking is away from the venue. I don't know if it would be something where it'd be appropriate just to carry in. We have like a little uh, backpack cooler, if it would be appropriate to carry something like that in, or just like a backpack with a small like little cooler in there where we can pack us away a couple of bottled waters for the day, or who knows. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And the day after that, that's next Saturday, and then next Sunday we're having a um, breakfast with the church. But honestly, that's going to be a breeze because they're doing like eggs and bacon and sausage, and there's going to be things there we can't have, like hash browns and grits, biscuits, things like that. But I don't care because there'll be eggs and bacon and sausage, and that's plenty enough for me. I will leave with my belly full. So, and not sweating that one at all. But yeah, I hope that you guys are all having a wonderful Sunday, and I hope that you each are enjoying your journeys wherever you may be, whether you're just now starting or thinking of starting, whether you're right along me and with me and started on the first, or if you're just like a pro at this and you've been doing it for years. I hope that you're enjoying where you're at. And if you have any comments, and my phone's gonna beep and be rude, but if you have any comments or questions or anything, drop them down in the um, what's that thing called? The bottom, the comment section. Comment it down below. I mean, this is the whole point of the channel. I want to be able to talk to you guys and like, hey, this is what's going on with me. But equally, I want to know what's going on with y'all. Tell me, how's it been going? What have you found that's been your favorite recipe? What improvements have you noticed? Are there any things that you've noticed that haven't improved or have gotten worse? I want to know. I mean, this is an experiment. I by no means am an expert in any kind of nutrition. So, I mean, I'm just using my own body to experiment and see what happens compared to what I was doing, if there's improvements. So, definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys are up to, and I will see you in the next one.